Hey gang, David Henry from Inspired Tennis, and I just want to talk briefly today about the various string setups that are out there. I read a lot of information about strings and stringing, and a lot of times what I read is kind of contradictory. For example, I read an article that says that polyester strings are just still incredibly popular and even increasing in their popularity. Read another article that says natural gut's making a comeback. Read another article about a manufacturer that's putting out a brand new multi-filament synthetic gut. So, it's kind of across the board, and while there's probably a lot of truth to each of those statements, it kind of just made me wonder, and I was wondering, what is the makeup or what is the mix of the different string bed types that I string for my customers. Now, I have a general sense of that because I'm stringing for them all the time, but never really looked at the hard data to see what it says. And so that's what I did. I did an analysis to see what sort of mix my clients are using, and it's interesting the way it comes out. 29% are using full beds of a multi-filament synthetic gut. 29% are using full beds of a monofilament synthetic gut. 24% are using a poly synthetic gut hybrid, meaning that they're using poly in half the rack and half the string bed, and then a synthetic gut, either a multi-filament or a monofilament as the other part of the hybrid. And it's interesting to note that all of my customers, all of my clients that are using a poly hybrid, they're all, except for one guy, they're all using poly in the mains and then the synthetic gut in the crosses. Then I have 18% of clients, and I fall in this category as well because I string my own rackets, but 18% that use full beds of polyester strings. And then I don't have any customers that are using natural gut. It's kind of across the board, pretty even distribution of the different string types that I see from my clients. And it's kind of, for me as a stringer, it's an interesting, and it's kind of cool because it provides me a variety. I'm not stringing just polyester all day long or multi-filament all day long, so I get a lot of variety in what I'm stringing, which is a good thing for me. A couple things jump out of this data that kind of strike me. One is that polyester is very popular because if you take my client base, the people that are using poly in a hybrid or using a full poly, that accounts for 42% of my clients. So getting up close to half there, so that kind of speaks loudly to me. And then the other piece is that that's interesting is that none of my clients are using natural gut. I've had a couple clients that have tried it just once, but then have switched back to a lower priced multi-filament. I've even tried it myself as a hybrid, using that on a cross string with polyester mains, and for me, just didn't like it. I tend to be more of a full poly guy. So just a couple of interesting tidbits, but let me know if you're watching this video on my blog. Comment on the blog, let me know what string setup you're using. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube or any other video platform, go ahead and put a comment in there and let me know what string setup you're using. I would love to hear from you. Alright, thanks for checking in.